Coming to you live. Chilltown Hoops in the house. Basketball Central. What's going on, guys? How y'all running? I see the party got started already. I see it. All right. Hold on for a second. Oh. I see the party got started already. Young Mama, what's up, brother? Mo, how you doing? B, what's up? Yeah, no trade tonight. That's going to be big, man. That's definitely, this is what I mean when I say being good isn't good enough. And I say that because you need some things to go your way. You just do. Being good isn't good enough. And this is one of those fortunate situations where, you know, a guy like Trae Young going down, that helps him. What's up, Reyes? How you doing, brother? Giselle, Mr. Torres, how you doing? Elijah, what's up, brother? I'm good. Jacob, what's up, brother? How you doing? All right. What's up, my man? Brandon, what's up, brother? Josh, how you running, brother? Thank you, Creed. Appreciate you, brother. What's up, Makai? Day's going good, Pete. How you doing, brother? Thanks, guys. So here we are, game 4. Atlanta's up against it, man. They are. Their best playmaker, their best overall offensive player is out. And this is exactly what I mean when I say being good ain't good enough, man. You need things to go your way. You absolutely do. And this is a break for Milwaukee. This is what I mean when I say that Giannis is in the best possible position that he can be in to win. He's never been in this position as the best player. So, got to give it up for him. Edgar, what's up, guy? How you doing? Antonio, my man, I'm doing good. Mm-hmm. Which Isaiah Thomas? Zeke or Isaiah Thomas from Boston? Yeah, I did see that. Thank you. That's from you guys. Yep. That's all you guys, man. I come in here and I feel like I'm in the barbershop talking basketball. So Isaiah Thomas from Boston, I think he was a B player who had an A year in 2017. I think that what he went through that season with losing his sister and having the hip issue, I think that really set him back. And even though Danny did put $150 million on the table, I mean, he got some bad advice. And he got some bad advice from some people. And it really set him back. So nice job, Drew. It's amazing how one guy can be the difference in a group, right? Just one guy being the difference in a group where you got a guy in Drew Holiday who's better than Bledsoe is the difference in what they're doing. We're going to take this guy out and put this guy in. Kind of like Toronto did with Leonard and DeRozan. I mean, they replaced Valanciunas, but ultimately it's one guy. We're going to take DeRozan out. We're going to keep the core of the group together, but we'll take Leonard, we'll take DeRozan out, and we'll put Leonard in. And that's the difference. Jemiah, what's up, my man? Thank you. Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, or Jalen Rose? Well, Jalen Rose and Reggie Miller aren't. Jalen Rose isn't in the same conversation with Ray Allen and Reggie Miller. So, and Ray Allen is the best catch and shoot guy that I've ever seen. So, yeah, that's what I see, man. I see it's a big deal. Tatum. I think Tatum has one of the biggest upsides of any of the young guys under 25. I mean, he's a guy that you can build it around. No question about it. He's absolutely that. Oh, thank you. That's all because of you guys. I'm just giving you my input on basketball. I do that. I stand by what I said earlier. Do I think that the Clippers could come back? I picked the Clippers, and I think that they really put Phoenix behind the eight ball because Phoenix had an opportunity to end this. Now we're going back to Los Angeles, and they're going back to Los Angeles with the momentum. Love, it's going good, my man. Taz, what's up? Day's going good, C's. How you doing, man? As a catch and shoot guy, Ray Allen is the best that I've ever seen. Better than Bird, better than Reggie Miller, better than Dale Ellis, Craig Hodges, Steve Kerr, Klay Thompson. He's better than all of those guys. Just as a straight up catch and shoot guy. Now, off the bounce, Curry's the best that I've ever seen. There is no defense for a guy who can accurately shoot from 30 feet. There is none. No question about it. Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. Well, the door's open for Jalen Hurts now. The door's open for Jalen Hurts now. That's a foul, too. Nice job, big man. The door's open for Jalen Hurts now. Now that Carson Wentz is gone, door's wide open for him. So he's probably their guy going forward. But as we know in the world of football, the NFL stands for not for long. So whatever he's got, he's better bring it. He better bring it, and he better continue to bring it. I think the Milwaukee-Brooklyn winner is going to the finals, and I think the Clippers-Jazz winner is going to the finals. Jake, what's up, brother? I hope you got my message earlier today. I got yours. No, I don't think Kawhi is the greatest Laker. The greatest Raptor. No, I don't think so. Jalen Rose's comments about Kevin Love, well, he walked him back. And maybe is there some truth to it? I can't tell you that. I did raise an eyebrow when I saw Kevin Love on the Olympic team, considering, what he had done last season. I was wondering what the selection process was with that, but that's just from a player. That's not from him and his race or anything like that. I was wondering where they were going with that, just strictly from him as a player. Shaq's my favorite, but Olajuwon is better. I think Draymond he doesn't have the resume right now, but he will have the resume if he continues going where he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Kobe Bryant is right outside of my top 10. So, yes, he is top 20. He's right outside of my top 10, literally. What's up, Sweden? How y'all doing? Larry Bird is a better overall player than KD. I think KD's a better athlete, but I think Larry Bird is a better overall player. Well, you have to, as a Cavs fan, you have to have hope. I mean, that's all this is. I'm a Mets fan. That's all we hold on to is the notion that we can't suck forever. This thing has to turn around, doesn't it? We can't suck forever. This thing has to turn around. So my thoughts on Westbrook are Russell Westbrook is going to be a forgotten man in 20 years, like Oscar Robertson, which is going to be the job of myself and plenty of other people to make sure that he's not forgotten, to make sure that we remember who this guy was. There's no way he can be forgotten. But with the player that he was and the things that he did, there's no way that we can let him be forgotten. Well, Andrew, my thoughts on Luka are, I don't think Luka's overrated. I think he's a top 5 talent in the league. They have to get the right pieces around him in Dallas in order for him to win. I had a conversation about what a number 1 is. Now, the conversation about Luka being a number one, we have to hold Luka to that same standard of Luka being a number one. Luka hasn't been out of the first round of the playoffs, and we in year 3? And I hear people talking about he was better than LeBron. LeBron was out of the first round of the playoffs in year 3. He was averaging 30 a game. So my thoughts on Tatum is, sky high from Tatum. Kansas City, much love. Even though y'all did beat my Niners, much love to you. Tatum is better than Jimmy Butler, and I think he will be better than Paul George. Start, bench, cut. Michael, LeBron, Kobe. I think LeBron James is the most complete player that I've ever seen. Michael Jordan Kobe Bryant is a carbon copy of Jordan. So is Chris Bosh top 10 players of all time or top 10 power forwards? Because I might have to put him in that top 10 power forward spot because, what is he, a 7-time All-Star? I think he made the All-NBA team 4 or 5 times, 2-time NBA champion, 2 gold medals. I mean, I think I answered that question before. Every time that Ja Morant goes to see Fox, Fox gives him the business. Every time he goes to see him. Not every other time, every third time. Every time he sees Fox, Fox gives him work. Every time. I hope I answered your question, Alex. 11-time All-Star. What did I say? 7? I apologize. 11-time All-Star. So I think he is. And I talked about this earlier today with KD and Kobe Bryant. And I'd like to hear what you guys' logic is on it. But in my estimation, Kobe Bryant was elite on both sides of the basketball. That's what makes him an all-time great. And that's what makes him better than Kevin Durant. He's elite on both sides of the basketball. Kevin Durant is not elite on both sides of the basketball. So if he's more complete than Kevin Durant, that makes him, in my estimation, a better overall player. And that's why I'm going with him over Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is an elite scorer. He's not an elite playmaker. He's not an elite passer. He's not an elite defender. Lajuan. And I love Shaq. I don't know if Giannis will retire as the GOAT. What you got, C's? Westbrook or Dame? Man, Dame has been tough, man. He averaged 30 a game against him in the playoffs and knocked him out. I think Ayton has a better upside than Rudy. I think Rudy is who he is. He's 28 years old, and I think he's entering his prime. But I think Ayton has a better upside. Boston's big three. What can you say about them? Bird, McHale, and Parrish. They were in the NBA finals 5 times in 7 years and won it 3. So I don't think that they can be disputed as one of the best of all times. I don't have a particular team. No, I don't, sir. Prime Vince Carter, prime T-Mac. As an overall scorer, T-Mac is a better overall scorer than Vince Carter. Vince Carter was a better athlete. I think that Tracy McGrady was a better overall player. Wade's at the top of that list. Wade's a better shooting guard than he's a better shooting guard than James Harden, I think, because he plays on both sides of the ball. I don't call people young blood. I don't think Lou Williams is a top 10 scorer. Exactly like that, you just had him. Wade, Iverson, Harden. I think Harden goes in front of Iverson because he was a better overall offensive player. He was a better playmaker. He was a better passer, and he was bigger. Nice shot. And Atlanta's also they're in the same position that the Clippers were in last night. They're going to play that. They're going to come out like this because it's desperation basketball for them. Their best offensive player is off the floor. So they're going to come out super sharp. And Milwaukee is not matching that. We halfway through the first quarter. They got 5 points. Yup. Nope. Rebound that. Bomas, what's up, brother? Do you use the backboard? Best player in the world today. As of today, who's the best player in the world? I think it's Giannis. And that's not including health. When they're all healthy, James is the best player in the world. I think Luka does. Larry Bird said, you asking me about Bird and Magic. Larry Bird said, quote, nope, that's an air ball. We do not want Giannis out there shooting threes. Larry Bird said in 1987, after the 87 finals, Magic is just a great basketball player. He's the best that I've ever seen. I don't know what else to say. Unbelievable. End quote. So, let's see. Do I think Klay Thompson is the third best player? He's the best 3 and D player. Is Klay Thompson the best D and 3 player? That's a good question. I'm going to have to think about that one. Larry Johnson, if you can imagine, think Zion as a better athlete. That's who Larry Johnson was. Drexler or Dominique? Neek? No. Yeah. Wow, that's a tough one. Neek was a better scorer. Neek wasn't as efficient as Drex, but I think Drex was better than Neek. Trae Young has that ability. Yes, he does. No doubt. Well, that's what I'm saying. Larry Johnson is not a better athlete. That's what I'm talking about when I say think Larry. And when you see Zion, that's Larry Johnson, except a better athlete. That's who Larry Johnson is. He's Zion Williams as a better athlete. Is Klay the best D and 3 guy? Like I said, I got to think about that one, my man. That's a good question. That's a really good question. The 86 Celtics, they have 5 Hall of Famers on that team. They had a Hall of Famer coming off the bench. Yeah. They won 67 games that year, 40-1 at home, which is an NBA record in 2021. Nobody has ever done that. Nobody did that before they did it, and nobody has done it since. I think coming down here to Tampa for the season, set the Raptors back. I think they'll get back on track in the draft, and I think they'll get back on track. I think they'll get back on track next season with being home and being more in familiar surroundings. Van Fleet will be better. Siakam, I think, will be better. OG, I think he'll be better. So, thanks, guys, on the 10,000. Is Tyreek Hill a top 5 receiver? I think he's one of the 5 fastest receivers. No doubt about that. Well, is he better than Stephon Diggs? No. Is he better than DeAndre Hopkins? No. Who else am I thinking about? I know I saw that, Jacob. Like I said, I'm going to get with you. I'm definitely going to get with you. Young Bronny James. He's in 11th grade. He's got a skill set that's advanced, and I think he's going to be really good in years to come. I don't think he was better than Julio Jones either. Mac Dre, I'm going to do it for the Bay, okay. I dug the Bay Area. I didn't like living out there. I loved living out there. I think Russell Wilson has got a lot of good years left in him as long as they can show up that offensive line and keep him upright. I think he's got a lot of good years left in him. Nice shot, yo. Nice shot. Where does Giannis rank all-time power forwards? He's still got some work to do. I don't think he goes into the top 5 yet, so he's still got some work to do. Still. Keep saying read mine, C's. Read what? I'm looking for what you're writing. I like LaMelo Ball because he's a floor general and he's going to be around for a long time. A long time. Well, I'm a 49er fan, so I think Kittle is a better overall receiver than Kelsey. Overall tight end, than Kelsey. Absolutely. I think the Giants will be better this year. I do. I think they'll be a lot better this year. Mark Price. Absolutely. Mark Price was first team All-NBA in the 92-93 season. And this was when he's a four-time All-NBA performer, but he was first team All-NBA. And this was when Isaiah was in the league, Tim Hardaway was in the league, Gary Payton was in the league, Kevin Johnson was in the league. Who else am I missing? Stockton was in the league. So and he was first team All-NBA. Luka right now. I think Tatum is on his way to being great. Daniel Jones, I think he takes a step forward this year, and they get Barkley back. Good shot. They get Barkley back. I think the Giants are going to be better. Kevin Durant's 13-14 season was incredible. He went 50, 40, 90. The Oklahoma City Thunder, I think they finished in first place in the Western Conference. So, good shot. The biggest disappointment I saw, but had the greatest potential. Greg Oden. I thought I was looking at Patrick Ewing 2.0 when I saw him. And I didn't know he was made of glass. That was very disappointing. Kobe Bryant is not the most overrated player of all time. So let's relax on that. Okay. And in my opinion, I don't believe Kobe Bryant is the most overrated player of all time. No, I don't think so. I think the Jets got a lot of work to do. Luckily, Sam Darnold got out of there before he was ruined. Kobe was a better player than D Wade. D Wade was awesome, but he wasn't Kobe good. Shot. Luka right now. Tatum is on his way to being that. Well, I dug Mac Dre. Mac Dre was he just oozed the Bay Area, just like E40 did, just like the Loonies did. He was everything about him was the Bay. So I dug Mac Dre. I think Moses was a better player than Patrick Ewing. Nope. That's a bad pass. My fault. Trae Young is better than Book. I think so. I think he's a better all-around offensive player than Book. He's 25-9. That's money. Greatest Raptor ever. You do know that DeMar DeRozan played there for 8 years. I mean, Chris Bosh played there for 8 years. So I mean, let's this whole Kawhi thing, just because he came there 1 year and they won a championship, that's not enough. That's not enough. I don't think so. I'm gonna dig into that. Who I think the best D&3 player is. I did that already, Dame Lima, the TikTok creative. I did that today, as a matter of fact. So we'll see what happens. George Gervin and Alex English. Well, you can't lose with either one of them. Nice. You can't lose with either one of them. But I think Alex English was the shot, yo. Gervin was in a wide open system, and Gervin he's just a wide open player. I do think he was a better scorer than Alex English. I think Alex English maybe have been a better overall player than George Gervin, though. I think the Clippers have the momentum going back home. And do I think Zion has top 5 or top 10 potential? I'll take it a step further than that. Barring any health issues, I think Zion has the got it. I think Zion is the future face of the NBA if he can stay healthy. I think that's how good he could be. The shot. Milwaukee's got to do a better job at guarding the three. They do. They absolutely do. Antonio Davis. Kevin Willis was a better offensive player than Antonio Davis. Good D. Well, it's a good thing. I'm liking what they're doing in Atlanta with that rotation, getting guys playing early, getting guys going early. What's up, Jess? How you doing, brother? I remember to think about Rasheed Wallace, I'm thinking about in the 2000 Western Conference Finals. I was in Portland watching that game, and I remember thinking to myself, Rasheed Wallace is one of the few guys that I've ever seen. When he went off on AC Green, I just remember watching him thinking to myself, I believe this dude can score every time he touches the ball. They don't have no, and this is when Shaq was rolling into his prime. I'm like, I don't think they got anybody who could slow him down. Nobody. Tariq Hill is in a wide open offense, and Keenan Allen. I think that if Keenan Allen played in Kansas City, I think that he would be just as productive as Tariq. That offense is incredible, what they're doing there. And it doesn't hurt that they have arguably the most talented quarterback in the history of pro football. So is Steph a top 5 current player? Steph Curry led the league in scoring. Who has led the league in scoring and has not been a top 5 current player or has not been a top 5 player? So Shaq is one of my favorites. Hakeem is better. Larry or Kobe all time. Larry Bird. Who's better overall, Beal or Levine? Bradley Beal. Larry Bird was a better overall player than Kobe Bryant. Yes, he was. Jeff Malone was incredible. And Michael Redd, with that left-handed geezer that he had, he was a better shooter than Jeff Malone. Jeff Malone was a better I think Jeff Malone was a better all-around player because he played on both ends of the floor. KD or Durant? Hang on for a second. Hang on for a second. What you got, Josh? What's your question, Josh? I'm sorry if I missed you. What's your question? Because these things run fast, my man. So I try to catch as many as I can. What you got, Josh? Let me see if I can catch up with Josh. See what question he's got. Doc or KD? KD is more skilled than Doc, but Doc was transcendent. What's your question, George? The best playoff series I've ever seen. What's the best playoff series that I've ever seen? That 2013 finals between the Cavs and the Spurs was awesome. That 90 Bulls Pistons East Finals was awesome. My thoughts on Zach LaVine. I thought that Zach LaVine had Kobe talent. I thought he had Kobe potential. He tore up his knee, but he's coming back better. I don't know if Chicago's going to be able to hold on to him. I think he's a free agent at the end of the season. So I heard that he sold his house. I think the Celtics have a bright future. I think that they're going to be really good because they already have their two franchise players in Brown and Tatum. Slade World. Identical twins ever switched to players that no. No, they haven't. You can tell them apart. I see it now. No, I can't see it now, George. I don't see anything, man. You think Zach LaVine wants to stay in Chicago? He did sell his house, so nice job, big man. You know, all I see, like I just see you say bro, Caesar, and all I see is, oh my God. Never mind, I give up. I don't see nothing else, my man. I think Booker will be a top 10 player at some point. I think Mitchell will be a top 5 player at some point, even be in the MVP discussion. Barring any health issues, Super Bowl prediction, I think my 49ers will be right back in it. And I'm interested to see what the AFC has cooked up for the Kansas City Chiefs, because as of right now, they're the class of the NFC. I mean the AFC. No foul on that? Wow. That's cash. Nope. Baron Davis was a dynamic point guard. He was athletic. He could pass with the best of them. He had a unique ability to get in the lane. Nope, that's a brick. Good shot. Nice job. He had a unique ability to get in the lane. He was tough as nails. Baron Davis was definitely a top tier point guard. Jabbar over Wilt. I don't root for a particular college team. I think I just seen what you asked, Craig. George, hold on. Let me get back to that. Hold on. I did not mean to do that. Hold on. Yeah. Let's see, so I can see his question again. He asked me about Greg Oden. Check that out. George asked me about Greg Oden. Let me see if I can find that. I just seen it. Hold on, George. Is Greg Oden the biggest what if in NBA? And I think he had to be top 3 centers. He is definitely one of the biggest what if. Len Bias is the biggest what if for me, but Greg Oden was definitely a guy who I was looking forward to seeing at the next level because I thought I was seeing the second coming of Patrick Ewing when I saw him. So nice job, y'all. After the playoffs, I'm gonna still be involved. We'll probably talk about the draft and summer league and the upcoming season. So this basketball content's not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep going. I probably won't be live every night. No, I won't do that, but I'll definitely be on TikTok and I'll definitely keep you guys posted on what's going on. So I'll definitely be around. Karl Malone was a better offensive player than Moses Malone. Even though most people don't talk about this, for 8 straight seasons, Moses Malone was 25 and 14. Jabbar and Wilt Chamberlain, the only 2 other guys who can say that they did that. The only other 2. Nobody else can say that. Marbury was better than Steve Francis. Steve Francis was a better athlete than Marbury, but Marbury was a better overall point guard than Steve Francis. LeBron James is the most complete basketball player that I've ever seen, Mr. Smith. Well, it's a commercial right now, and I'll let you know as soon as this commercial's over. Chris Middleton, is he going to be in the Hall of Fame? I don't know if I'll go that far, but he's got a lot of work to do. 2-time All-Star in 8 years. Exactly in that order. Marbury, Francis, Davis, Bibby. I've been to the Basketball Hall of Fame. Oh, hang on for a second. Let me show you something. Hold on for a second. Have I been to the Basketball Hall of Fame? Yeah, hold on for 1 second. Let me show you something. That's me, and that's Michael Jordan. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, that's at the Basketball Hall of Fame. Oh. Yes, sir. Hold on, let me see if I can get that, Reese. Hold on, Reese. Let me see if I can get back with Reese. Reese got a good one. If an NBA player was able to shoot 100% and had stat average that was slightly better that of Jordan LeBron, how many years does he have to play in the league to be considered the GOAT? At least a decade. Because longevity is huge. Longevity is huge. The executioner, man. Bernard Hopkins was serious. Hands of steel. Yeah, they are. $13. Size 13 shoe. Yeah, Hawks +9 right now. Shaq was mean, man. Shaq was, I don't know if he was too passive. Nope. I don't bet on games. No, sir, I don't. I don't do that. I think the Dream Team and the Redeem Team would be really fun to watch. I have to go with the Dream Team. The shot, yo. Anthony Davis, when he's healthy, I think he's a top 5 player. And the biggest thing with him is him staying upright and him staying healthy. We know that at any point he could break down. We know that. I think the Redeem Team in 2008 beats the 12 team. That team was razor sharp with Dwayne Wade and Kobe Bryant. With Kobe Bryant and LeBron and Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, I think that team was razor sharp and they weren't going to lose to anybody. I think I'm good on the moderators, my man. But thank you, though. I think the Lakers, barring any health issues, they're going to be competitive because I think that they're going to construct that team in a way that doesn't solely depend on James to do everything because they can't win if that's the case doing that this year. I don't know any other basketball YouTubers, unfortunately. I just got involved in this not too long ago, so I'm new to the party. How far can the Knicks go with their current roster? Exactly where they went. They have a B player who had an A year, and I think they'll improve next year, but so will the other teams that are ahead of them. So will the other teams that are ahead of them. So they need to get better. Jason Williams. You mean white chocolate? Is that who you mean, Jason Williams? Is that who you mean? Jason Williams, white chocolate? Who should have won the league MVP in 2019? Jason Williams was very dynamic. He lit the NBA on fire. He would be really good today. He would be. Absolutely. No, Evan, it's not that I think I'm good on the moderators, my man. No, I just think I'm good on the moderators. I don't know if I need that many. So my favorite Lennox Lewis fight was against Oliver McCall when Oliver McCall gave up. I thought that was a classic defeat. Classic. My favorite point guard of all times is Magic. No, I don't think Kyrie got robbed of the 2016 Finals MVP. I think he played phenomenal. I do, and I think that they don't win that series without him. Short. What's up, Jason? Love you too, brother. That's a good question, Mason, because I've been to Boston a number of different times. Boston is a great basketball city. Even today, with the amount of people that talk about Boston being a racist city, which there is racism everywhere. But Boston is a great basketball city. It's not a good basketball city. It's a great basketball city. And I don't know why guys, especially with the tradition that they have. Well, see, the reason why I don't put that Lennox Lewis Tyson fight higher is because Tyson was washed when he saw Lennox. Tyson was over. That's why I don't put that one higher. Yep. Ran him right over. Yep, ran him right over. Good call. I think that the Boston Celtics, because they saved $9 million, and that's $9 million that they can use to shore up some more free agents. There was a time when I thought that Deron Williams was better than Chris Paul. There was a time when I was saying that. There wasn't a time when I thought that. There was a time when I was saying that. I think that this guy is better than this guy. I did think that. Dennis Rodman is, in my estimation, a top 5 defender all time. He was a catalyst for that Detroit Pistons team. Good shot, yo. Gilbert Arenas was dynamic. He was right in the same category with Marbury and Steve Francis and those guys. As an all-league performer, I think he screwed up his career because he was on his way to being an all-time great, and he did screw that up. Is Zion a top 10 scorer right now? I'm pretty sure he is. I think he averages 27 a game. And that's in the top 10 in the NBA in scoring. 26 a game. Do I think Dame is going to get moved? I think if he does get moved, it's going to be because of you guys, because you're going to put so much pressure on you as the fan and as the media. You're going to put so much pressure on that organization. No question. I think RJ Barrett has I think he has the potential to be an all-star one day. Good shot, Middleton. Yeah, I think he has the potential to be an all-star and maybe even an all-NBA player at some point. Especially playing in that market, if he could stay healthy. Well, the question about Jaren Jackson is his health. And if he could stay healthy, I think they're building something down there in Memphis that's going to be special if he could stay healthy. Thanks, Kev. Good shot. Clint Capella, he's the East Coast version of Rudy Gobert. That's who he is. Thanks, Bezos. That's a foul. Absolutely, that's a foul. What am I trying to do for a young buck? What should I be trying to do for a young buck? It's going to be hard to keep Derrick Rose out the Hall of Fame. Be the only MVP not to make the Hall of Fame? I don't want that. I am going to compare him to Rudy Gobert because every year he's in the top. He's right next to Rudy Gobert in rebounds and block shots. Every year. I think he's the Eastern Conference Rudy Gobert. The difference is that the Utah Jazz are better. And Rudy Gobert is better overall. Thanks, Marks. Oh, ran him right over. That's a good call. Yep. Ran him right over. I think Nate McMillan is doing a good job with his rotations early. And from what I'm seeing right now, it just looked like Atlanta is playing harder than these guys. That's what it looks like. Nope. See, that's a hustle play right there. That's all that is. That's nothing more than a hustle play. That's all that is. That's what that is. That's a hustle play right there. Nothing more, nothing less. That has nothing to do with the block. Yeah, that's a hustle play right there. That's all that is with Lou Williams. Derrick Rose is not the worst MVP ever. He averaged 25 and 7 that year. He had a great year. Chicago was in first place in the Eastern Conference. So, no, he wasn't the worst MVP ever. No, he was not. Not in my opinion, he wasn't. I've met a few NBA players. No Trae Young tonight, my man. Nope, no Trae Young tonight. Let me see what Slay got me saying here. If someone is, hold on, Slay. If someone top 15, 25 all time that currently plays, hypothetically, drops 100 and broke the record, do they move up all time? No, I don't think so. So if, I don't know, KD or Devin Booker ended up scoring 90 in a game, that doesn't move him up. He did something phenomenal in one game. Devin Booker scored 71 in a game. Was it 70? 70, I'm sorry. 70 in a game. David Robinson scored 71 in a game. That didn't move him up with the all-time greats. Shaq never scored 70 in a game. That didn't move him ahead of Shaq. No, I don't think so. That's an individual one-game achievement. Kobe Bryant scoring 81 in a game didn't move him ahead of anybody. He was already on his way to being iconic. Steph Curry is a better shooter than Kyle Korver, even though Kyle Korver is a knockdown shooter. I think that Dame is more heady. I would take him over Westbrook, even though Westbrook demands so much more attention. I just can't trust him. So I would go with Dame. I don't think that the Pelicans can be a contender next year. Number one, their point guard is a restricted free agent. Number two, their coach is who? We don't know. So they're in their star player. We're getting whispers from people that their star player, his family wants him out of there. So that's a very unstable situation right now. Even though they got really good players, they have to shore up what they're doing. Westbrook does more than Dame, but I think Dame is more heady. And I mean, I watched Dame. Did you watch the 2018 playoffs or 2019 playoffs when he averaged 30 a game against Westbrook? And I know that you guys seen the wave bye-bye. That wasn't just waving bye-bye to Paul George. That was letting Paul George know there's the door, and you don't have to leave. Take this whack-ass crew with you too. All of y'all, get out of here. Beat it. That's what that was. Thanks, Josh. Not just you. You don't have to leave, Paul George. Wait, before you leave, take this whack-ass crew with you too. I think Zion would be great in Charlotte with Melo Ball. I think he would be great. Chase, I'm doing good, brother. How you doing? Who's the only 8 division world champion in boxing? Who moved up 8 divisions? Was that Roy Jones? I think so. I think it was Roy Jones. That's a good question. I think it was Roy Jones. Pacquiao. No, not Pacquiao. Not Roy Jones. That's Cash. Nope, that's a Brit. Are the Milwaukee Bucks trying to just outlast Atlanta? Is that what they're doing? And they waiting to turn it on? Because they look slow. They don't look like they're matching Atlanta's energy. What about Tobey Maguire? What about Spider-Man? Did I get that wrong? It is Pac-Man. Okay. Good shot. I think Tyson Fury serves him again. I do. Good shot. There was a time when I thought that Darren Williams was a better point guard than CP3. There was a time when I felt like that, and I expressed that. That wasn't something that I was on the fence about. I was thinking that he is better than him. So Roy Jones was a 3 division. Because I know Roy moved up to light heavyweight. I do know he did that. Short. Is Curry better than Magic? In what sense is Curry? Are you asking me? Is Curry better than Magic? In what instance? In what sense is Curry better than Magic? I did see that, my man. Thank you. So, Slay, there was a time when I thought that Darren Williams was a better point guard. To answer your question, Slay, there was a time when I thought that Darren Williams was a better point guard than CP3. There was a time when that was going on. Shaq or Taco Fall. William, what is Curry better than Magic at? Atlanta's up 13 right now. Giannis is at the free throw line for a half hour. (2019) MVP. I think they got that right. Halftime. Nice. Well, I'm trying to figure out when you say Curry is better than Magic, what is he better at Magic than? He shoots the long ball, no doubt about that. I can appreciate that. But what else is he better at Magic than? No, Drew Holiday isn't underrated. No, he isn't. He was in New Orleans for a lot of years, and he was really good. And he's just been. I think he's exactly what Milwaukee was missing. Just one player that needed to be replaced. Just one. So I did look into the donation thing, and I'm still trying to get to enough views so I can get there. I don't think Westbrook will get a chip as the best player like he did when he was in Oklahoma City. I don't think that. So Curry is a better. Wait. Walling, you gotta have to come back here. Curry is a better player than Magic in every way except passing. Is that what you just said? Let me make sure let me make sure I heard that correctly. You are not getting off the hook with that one. No way. Hold on, let me find that one. Hold on. Curry better than Magic in every way but defense. So Curry's a better passer than Magic. He's a better playmaker than Magic. He's a better facilitator than Magic. He's a better scorer than Magic. Is that what I'm understanding? So he's a better passer than Magic. He's a better facilitator than Magic. He's a better floor leader than Magic. He's a better playmaker than Magic. He's better in all those things. Is that what I'm understanding? He's a better playmaker and facilitator than Magic. Wow. Okay. I'm not gonna fight you on that. I disagree with you, but I'm not gonna. I disagree with you, and I won't fight you on it. I don't think that Curry is a better playmaker than Magic Johnson. So I don't think he's a better facilitator than Magic Johnson. I don't think he's a better passer than Magic Johnson. No, I don't think that. So I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. But I'm not gonna fight you on your opinion either. I like Triple G. Even though he beat Canelo twice, I'm more of a Canelo fan. Curry is more of an impactful offensive player. Yeah, because he can shoot the long ball, absolutely. Because he can shoot the long ball, and he can shoot the long ball and stretch the defense the way he does. But an overall better player than Magic, I disagree with that. So you don't think he won this? So you're not sure he won the second fight? I don't know about that one. I do think he won the first fight, though. No question about it. Triple G had Canelo on the. He had Canelo on the defense almost the entire fight. He had him on the defense the entire fight. Canelo could never get himself in any position to be on the offense ever at any point. He always had him on the defense because he was always attacking him and he never let him get settled in. Canelo tried to put his feet down. Nope. He got after him, got into his body. He stayed into his body. Let's see if I can do that. I think I'm going to try. I will try to figure that out. Yes, I will. Hakeem's chip was absolutely that impressive. They started the playoffs in '94. They were down to the Phoenix Suns 2-0, and they had the home floor advantage. And they came back and beat them. That was huge. Huge for them. Curry is a better off the ball player than Magic. That's because Curry plays off the ball. That's why I don't compare him to Magic. Magic is the traditional ball handler. He's the primary ball handler. He's the primary facilitator. He's the primary playmaker. That's why I don't compare him and Curry. Which Hardaway? Tim Hardaway or Penny Hardaway? I don't think so because teams don't stay together that long anymore. So, and they don't stay together that long anymore because teams can't afford to. There's so much shakeup going on, and not just with your good, not just with your best players, but with your not just with your core players, but with your unit as well. With your I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Not only with your core players, not only with your better players, your franchise players, but with your core players too, and your bench players, your 6 through 9 guys. We can't keep those guys together because they go somewhere else and go get paid. So what are my thoughts on Seattle and Russ? My thoughts on Seattle and Russ is they're going to be right back in the middle of it. I think so. They're going to be right back in the middle of it next year, shoring up that offensive line. They got a dynamic wideout who's probably Metcalf is. He might be. I put him in the same category, and I know this sounds ridiculous, but in terms of a dominating receiver, I put him in the same category with Megatron. Yes, I do. Thanks, Ryan. Love you too, brother. I put him in the same category with Megatron, so they're gonna be right in the middle of it, no doubt about it. The best player in the league, in my opinion, when healthy, the best player in the league is LeBron James. My thoughts on Bowl is my thoughts on the Denver Nuggets as a whole. What's going to happen is that team's going to get raided. They are because contracts are going to come up. That's a clean rip. Contracts are going to come up, and they got too many good players to hold on to all of them. And Bowl is one of those guys. Yep. Who's the first player to ever win the league MVP? Well, the league started in '47. So they gave out? I don't know that question. I don't know the answer to that. It's a good question. So Luka should absolutely stay in Dallas. They're building that thing around him, and he's in the best possible situation. Not only does Larry Bird have 3 MVPs in a row, he got those league MVPs. That's when Magic was in the league, right? Jordan was in the league when he did that. Doc was in the league. Moses Malone was in the league. Jabbar was in the league when he did that. Bob Pettit, maybe. I don't like what I'm seeing out of Zion right now. Not Zion. Giannis. I don't like what I'm seeing out of Giannis right now. I don't. I think they said the right things in the locker room about coming out and playing harder, but I don't like what I'm seeing from this group right now. I don't. Who had a better playoff run, Dirk or Hakeem in '94? Dirk had to go through Kobe. He had to go through LeBron. Who else did they beat? He had to go through Duncan, too. In '94, Hakeem had to go through Barkley. He had to go through Malone. In the West Finals, he had to go through Barkley in the first round. No, not in the first round, but he had to go. Hakeem had to go through Barkley. He had to go through Malone, and he had to go through Ewing. I think Carmelo Anthony got robbed. He got robbed. We got robbed. Not just he got robbed. We got robbed. I'm gonna be on for a little while longer, Jess. Not too much longer. I'm gonna be on for a couple more minutes longer. But Carmelo didn't get robbed. We got robbed. Carmelo should be a part of the 30,000 point club right now. He got robbed that year and a half when he clearly still had the goods. And that's an unfortunate situation. Very unfortunate. So I didn't appreciate that at all because he should definitely be, as of right now, part of the 30,000 point club. And I don't know if he's going to get there, but we'll see. Julius Randle I put him in the same category with Isaiah Thomas from the Boston Celtics in 16. I don't want to get too over my head about this. He's a B player who had an A year, and I think he could be a really good piece to a team that's trying to win it. So what do the Knicks have to give? What do the Knicks have to give New Orleans to get Zion? Isaiah did go to the Eastern Conference Finals that year. He was on a better team too. Don't leave that out. And Isaiah did. I think he led the NBA in fourth quarter points that year. And turns out he had a bum hip that we didn't know about. We had no idea about it. Paul George better overall than Lillard? Yeah, I can get with that. He plays on both sides of the ball. Absolutely. I have an immense amount of respect, more respect for guys who play on both sides of the ball. I just do. Top 5 centers in order: Jabbar, Chamberlain, Russell, Lajuan, Diesel. So One more time, Lunas. Hold on. Who won the Defensive Player Award in 2004, OG? Who won the Defensive Player Award in 2004? Well, Kevin Garnett was the MVP of the league that year. The Defensive Player of the Year in 2004. That's a good question. Hang on for a second. Let me think about that. Oh, it was Ben Wallace. Yeah, it was Ben Wallace. No. It wasn't Artest because Artest didn't play that year. It was Ben Wallace. Because that was the Malice in the Palace. So Artest didn't play in the 03-04 season. So it wasn't Ben Wallace. Okay, it wasn't Artest. Who was the Defensive Player of the Year in 2004? Was it Artest? It was? Wow. He didn't play in the 04-05 season. That's what it was. So it was 04. It was Artest. All right. Thoughts on Zach Randall? First name 20, last name 10. That's all I'm gonna say about Zach Randolph. So I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. It was good to talk to you guys. I'm gonna definitely get back with you tomorrow night. I will be back in effect. You can catch my insight on this game. I'll have it posted tomorrow morning, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. It was good to talk to you guys. Absolutely.